On that day, Noah, his sons, and his wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, entered into the ark which the Lord God had commanded Noah to build. And water came down from the heavens and from the earth under, and prevailed. And after 150 days the ark rested upon the mountains of Ararat. And Noah went forth from the ark, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them,
Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth.
And the 3 sons of Noah begat sons and daughters. Ham begat Cush, and Cush begat Nimrod. And Nimrod went forth and founded an empire, and builded great cities, including Babel. And out of that land went forth Ashur, and founded a tiny but aggressive empire along the west bank of the river Zab. As the little empire grew and waxed powerful, it became known as Assyria. In Israel, Hoshea began to reign at Samaria, and he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. And Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, called together his wise men and counselors.
Bow the knee! Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, enters. Is everyone present? They are, your most royal majesty.
Long live!
I didn't command you to arise. Bow before me. Touch your forehead to the floor, and remain that way. The rest of you, arise.
Long live King Shalmaneser!
I am the king of a great country, the greatest king of the greatest empire on earth.
Long live King Shalmaneser!
Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria before me, conquered many lands and added greatly to the territory of Assyria. There are 2 things he did that are worthy of mention in my court.
Long live King Shalmaneser!
Tiglath-Pileser conquered Babylon and made sure of its continual allegiance by the simple process of making himself its king. Secondly, he made a vassal state of Judah under King Ahaz. He was unable to conquer Israel, but I shall conquer Israel and make Hoshea, their king, pay a large yearly ransom.
Your Royal Majesty.
You may speak, General.
It seems that the Israelites win battles not by their own efforts or might, but by the power and mysterious intervention of their God.
Ah, General, you are right. The history of Israel proves it. But I am all-wise, and a careful study of the history of Israel shows that their God wins battles for them only when they worship and pay homage to him. Right now, they are not doing this. They disobey and dishonor their God. Therefore, General, now is the time to strike. They cannot by themselves win against our superior forces.
What thou hast said, O king, is true. Now is the time to war against Israel. Another city of Israel is ours. Long live the great and wise king.
Yes, General?
I bear glad tidings, O king. Many cities of Israel, including the capital city
Yes,
itself.
yes, I know all about your cities and victories. What I want to know is, what sort of tribute is Hoshea, king of Israel, going to pay me?
More than he can afford to pay, I assure you, O king.
But he will pay it?
Yes, O king, or off comes his head.
He understands this?
Yes, O king.
Good. General, Hoshea, king of Israel, has...
Begging the great king's pardon, but Hoshea is only vassal king of Israel.
Yes, true, General. And this year he's going to have to pay a bigger tribute than last year, or off comes his head. General. Hoshea paid last year's tribute without objection. Raise it higher again this year. Make Hoshea pay even more this year, General. Higher, General. Higher, higher, higher. You say that Hoshea refuses to pay tribute?
He says he can't pay that much, O great and mighty king.
He has to.
That's exactly what I told him, your royal majesty.
And his reply?
O great and mighty king, he claims that he has made an alliance with King So of Egypt, and that together they can make us pay them tribute.
King So is a weakling. Weaker, if possible, than Hoshea. Make us pay them? Gather together the army. Muster every able-bodied man. We'll show those two puppets who'll pay whom.
How goes the battle, scribe?
They have broken down the city gates, your majesty, and are now going from street to street, house to house, killing or taking captive the people.
We haven't a chance?
Oh, none whatsoever, your majesty.
None whatsoever is correct. Israel now belongs to Assyria. Your crown, your throne, your kingdom is gone, gone forever. In your place sits a great king, his royal majesty Shalmaneser. And here he is, the great and mighty king of all Assyria.
Greetings, Hoshea. So you refuse to pay me tribute. That was your greatest mistake, Hoshea, past king of Israel. How you...
Guards, seize these men! Guards! Guards!
Your gods, like your kingdom, are no more. Their heads this very minute roll from their shoulders. Likewise, the cities and villages of Israel are no more. The people are taken captive. Israel is mine.
The God of Israel will not let this condition continue. He will come to our rescue. He will destroy you, your nation, all heathen peoples. I shall call upon him, and he will utterly destroy...
Heathen people? Who be more heathen than the people of Israel? You have forsaken the God of your fathers, the God who, by power and might, led your forebears out of the land of Egypt, who through miraculous means delivered Israel from her enemies. But now, call upon your God, entreat him. He will not answer, for you do not serve him. You serve other gods. Ah, what a pity. Had you been true to your God and served only him, he would now come to your rescue. He would have made Israel a great nation, probably the greatest in the world. What a sad ending to what could have been a glorious victory. General, have this last king of Israel placed in irons and taken back to Ashur and cast in the dungeon.
Pardon me, sir, but is your name Isaiah?
Yes, my child. And what can I do for you?
Are you a prophet?
Yes.
A prophet of God?
Yes.
How do you know?
How do I know?
Yes. How do you know you're a prophet? Did your father tell you? Or did the high priest tell you? Or did you just want to be a prophet?
No, I didn't want to be a prophet. But there was something special that happened, and I knew.
What happened?
Well, it's an old story, and not very interesting to you, I'm afraid.
Oh, tell me, please. I'd like to know. Please.
Well, for some time I'd been discouraged because so few people in either Judah or Israel had been serving God. They seemed to care only for wealth and power. Why, I remember I overheard my neighbors talking one day.
Do you realize, dear, that we are probably the richest people in Jerusalem?
Of course I do. And it's wonderful to be rich. The people in the marketplace, on the streets, even in the temple vie for my friendship. I love it.
We're going to be even richer. Tomorrow I gain possession of another house.
Ooh.
The man is behind in his payments, and I'm going to take his house away from him.
What's going to happen to his wife and children?
That, my dear, is his worry, not mine. My only worry is how to get more houses and lands.
And what did happen to the poor man who couldn't pay?
Well, he lost his home. I suppose he had to move in with his children, if he had any. And then once I visited a court.
It was an accident, Your Honor. I didn't mean to kill this man's sheep. It ran out in front of my horse.
Accident or not, this court orders you to pay for the dead sheep.
I can't, Your Honor. I have no money.
You pay or spend 30 days in the dungeon.
But, Your Honor, this isn't pity or justice. The law of Moses
I
says
am
that
the judge in this court. Now, another word out of you, and I shall double your sentence.
Did he really have to go to the dungeon?
Well, I suppose so. Unless he was able to borrow enough money to pay for the sheep.
That wasn't right.
And even King Uzziah, who had been a good king for many years, became so proud that he thought himself worthy to go into the temple and offer incense on the altar.
Oh, I've heard about that. He was struck with leprosy right in the temple, wasn't he?
Yes. And it was about that time that I was impressed that I should warn the people to turn from their evil ways. But I was afraid that no one would listen to me.
And what happened?
Well, I was standing on the porch of the temple one day, feeling I simply could not be God's messenger, when suddenly the inner veil of the temple seemed to be lifted up, and I could see into the holiest place, where none but the high priest can enter. I seemed to see Jehovah sitting on his throne, with angels all about him, and I felt more unworthy than ever. I even cried out, "Woe is me, I am undone." Then I saw one of the highest angels, a seraph, pick up a living coal from the altar and lay it upon my lips and say,
Lo, this hath touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged.
Were you scared?
I was awed. Then I heard the voice of God saying, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" And I answered, "Here am I. Send me."
And that's how you know you're a prophet?
That's how I know.
And now everybody listens to you and does what you say.
Oh, no, child. Only a very few. But because God assured me that a few would listen, I am content to give God's warnings and his messages to his people, and to leave the results to God.
Because of God's assurance of his help and blessing, Isaiah entered into the long and arduous mission of rebuking the people of their sins. Yet he stood before them as a prophet of hope. For 60 years he carried with him the memory of the vision at the temple, and he waxed bolder and bolder in his predictions of the future triumph of the church.
Hear ye and give ear, ye people, for the mountains of the Lord's house shall be established, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Come, let us go to the house of the Lord, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from...
What a shame and pity. And to what purpose? To buy off the king of Assyria? It cannot be done.
My lord, King Hezekiah, thinks it can.
The Assyrians have already captured almost all the Judean cities. Sennacherib is too willful and stubborn a king to let Jerusalem remain uncaptured.
You can be sure that His Majesty Hezekiah is not going to give up to Sennacherib or any foreign idolatrous power without a fight.
He will
The
do
gold is all taken off the doors and knobs, sir. Any further instructions?
The pillars of the temple, they are overlaid with gold. Take it off.
Yes, sir.
It's hopeless. You've already taken all the silver from the king's treasuries in the temple, and now all the gold? Why doesn't Hezekiah just surrender and be done with it? He'll save many lives that way.
No, His Majesty cannot do that. He's going to do all he possibly can to prepare for Sennacherib's invasion, then leave the rest to the Lord God of Israel.
Prepare for an invasion? What more can be done than already has been done? Walls, fortifications, towers? What possible use can we make of more walls or fortifications or towers? I tell you, Sennacherib is powerful. His army is invincible. They have already conquered all the great nations of the world. There remaineth only Jerusalem, one little city against the great Assyrian army led by a ruthless, determined king.
King Hezekiah has but begun to prepare his defenses.
Begun? How can he? You are the head of the king's house. You are closer to him than any of his other officers. Tell me, just what are the king's plans anyway?
You'll see. Dig the pool right here.
Pool, sir? Here?
Dig it deep so it'll hold plenty of water. Make it, about 20 feet wide by about 60 feet long.
I beg your pardon, sir, but there flows scarcely enough water from the spring of Gihon in Kidron Valley to fill such a large pool.
That is exactly where the water is coming from. I see disbelief written all over your face.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'd better tell you what the king has in mind.
Well, if I'm going to have charge of the workers, I wish you would tell me, sir.
The king is going to have a tunnel dug from the spring to this pool.
A tunnel? Huh. Well, admitting that it can be done, which I don't, what good'll it do?
If the Assyrians lay siege to Jerusalem, we'll need water inside the city.
Yeah, has His Majesty and you, sir, overlooked the fact that this spot lies outside the walls of Jerusalem?
Aha, but it won't. You and your workers are going to build another wall south of that one, connecting it with the regular wall so the pool will be inside Jerusalem, and we shall be assured of water regardless of how long Sennacherib and his army lay siege to the city.
And I suppose that I and my men are also to build the tunnel through the rock and stone?
Yes.
Well, will you give me at least one day to finish the 3 impossible jobs?
All Jerusalem will pitch in and help. In the meantime, His Majesty is going to try to delay the Assyrian invasion by sending envoys to negotiate for peace.
Repair all the walls of Jerusalem. Make them taller, even up to the towers.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Have you men skillful in the art of making darts and shields and other weapons of war?
I have, Your Majesty, and they are hard at work. Soon there will be enough for all.
We have done everything possible for the defense of Jerusalem. It is now time for you and Shebna to go to the king of Assyria with gifts of silver and gold. If he refuses to make peace, we will meet him and his army with courage and faith in God.
We will go at once, Your Majesty. Long live the king!
You've returned from Lachish quickly. I assume that means failure.
Sennacherib refused to even consider peace on our terms. He intends to march against us at once.
We are as ready as we'll ever be. Carry either of you to go to the temple with me while I take our dilemma to God in prayer.
We will go with you, Your Majesty.
Evidently, you received our message for a conference.
We will listen to you.
I am Rabshakeh, in command of His Majesty's forces, come to capture your people and your city, unless you listen to reason. Who are you? And do you have the authority to make decisions?
I am Eliakim. I will carry your message to our king.
My message is simple. Surrender. Tell your king to surrender unconditionally, and there will be no shedding of blood or tearing down Jerusalem's walls or edifices.
Our king will not listen.
Tell me, ye servant of a servant, in whom does your king trust that he dare refuse to surrender? Certainly not the God of Israel. Did we not conquer Samaria and all the fortified cities of Israel and Judah? Your God was helpless against us.
Please,
we marched...
Will you speak in the Assyrian language? We understand and speak it, and we would rather the people watching from the city wall hear not what you are saying, They do not understand the Assyrian language.
I want them to hear and understand. Hear ye people of Jerusalem, the words of the great king of Assyria. Let not Hezekiah deceive you into believing that your God can deliver you from the hand of the great king. Your God cannot deliver you. Hath any of the gods of other nations delivered them from the king of Assyria? So beware, ye people of Jerusalem, for there is no God who can deliver you. Surrender to me, and each of you shall eat of his own vine and fig tree, and drink from his own cistern. For thus saith the great king, king of Assyria.
So hasten to Isaiah, tell him all that the king of Assyria hath said to us and threatens to do. Go swiftly. People of the city of David, the Lord God of Israel, through his servant Isaiah, sends this message. Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, he shall not come into the city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before it with shield, nor cast a bank against it. For I, the Lord God of Israel, shall defend my holy city, and save it for mine own sake, and for my servant David's sake.
And it came to pass that very night that the angel of the Lord went out and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. And behold, in the morning they were all dead corpses.
They were all dead, Your Majesty. Every one of them.
How did they die? What killed them? Who?
I didn't stop to examine them, Your Majesty. I hastened hither as fast as I could to give the news to my great king.
Maybe their God does have power to deliver. I must hasten back to Nineveh.
So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, departed and went and returned to Nineveh, and worshipped in the house of Nisroch his god. As he worshipped, 2 of his sons smote him with a sword. Jerusalem had not yet been seriously threatened by the Assyrian army. Having obeyed the will of God, Hezekiah, king of Judah, was prosperous. He had silver and gold, precious stones, ointments and spices, armor and treasures in abundance. He had built many storehouses for corn and wine and oil, stalls for all manner of beasts, and sheds and barns for herds and flocks. The land of Judah at this period in her history was indeed a rich country.
Greetings, my dear. You came quickly.
When my lord and master calls, I respond quickly. Oh, you sound troubled.
I'm not feeling well. I hurt terribly right here. Look at it. What do you think?
Oh, my husband suffers from nothing worse than an ordinary boil.
Well, ordinary or not, it surely hurts.
And it will for a while, my husband and king, until it grows larger and bursts open. Then shall the pain disappear like magic.
I hope so.
And how is my husband the king feeling this fine morning?
Terrible. That boil gets sorer and sorer.
Oh, here, let me look at it. Oh, it looks like it's becoming inflamed. I think the court physician had better look at this.
All right, but get him. Well,
it is a boil. Your
And when will it burst open, relieve me of this terrible pain?
I'm not sure it will. It appears to be spreading.
What do you mean, spreading?
Well, the inflammation is spreading, Your Majesty. It has already spread this
Well, you're a physician. Do something. Do something.
Well, I can cut it open. Perhaps that will relieve the pain.
Do it.
And as His Majesty wills, hand me that sharp blade.
Yes, Master.
Oh!
Does it still pain, His Majesty?
Oh, worse. If anything, worse. Oh, when will it start getting better?
Well, only time will tell, Your Majesty.
Are you telling me that it might not get better at all?
If the infection continues to spread, His Majesty might get much worse.
And
His Majesty might... the final result might be disastrous.
Send for Isaiah, the prophet, immediately.
Oh, no.
My illness, Isaiah, prophet of God, will I recover?
Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, Hezekiah, king of Judah, for thou shalt die and not live.
All right, leave the room, please. Please. All of you. Not you, my queen. Remain here by my bedside.
Yes, my husband and lord.
Help me turn my face to the wall, for I am vile, evil, unfit to be seen of man.
No.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Now, if you will bow your head and the knee to the Lord God of Israel, I shall pray unto him.
Pray. Did not his servant and prophet Isaiah just say that the Lord God said that thou shalt surely die?
The Lord has been my refuge, my strength. Always have I trusted in God. I am in deep trouble. My life is about to be taken. And if I confess my sins and plead with the Lord, he will not be unmindful of my pleadings. O Lord, remember now how I have walked before thee in truth and with a sincere heart, and have done good in thy sight. Now, my life, like David pleaded, O Lord, do I now plead. Let my prayer come before thee. Incline thine ear unto my cry. Thou art my hope, O Lord God. By thee have I been holden up. O God, forsake me not. For my soul is full of troubles, and my life draweth nigh unto the grave.
Shall I see who it is, my lord?
Oh, I don't want to see anyone.
Yes, my lord. It is Isaiah, prophet of God.
Isaiah, bid him enter.
God save the king. God save the king.
I thought you had left.
While I was yet in the outer court of the palace, O king, the Lord God of Israel spake unto me, saying, turn again, and tell Hezekiah, thus saith the Lord, I have heard thy prayer. I have seen thy tears. Behold,
the Lord heard me. He had compassion upon a sinner like me.
God hears all sincere prayers, and takes pleasure in drying the tears of the oppressed. And he spake further unto me, saying, behold, I will heal Hezekiah. On the third day he shall be well, and shall go into my temple and give thanks. And I will add unto his days 15 years.
Thou art truly a man of God, Isaiah. Moses in the land of Midian, Elisha just before the ascension of Elijah, and Gideon with his fleece, all asked God for a sign. May I too ask for a sign?
Ask what you will, your majesty, and God shall give it to thee.
If it please thee and the Lord, I plead that the sun, in its rush across the heavens, goes backward, so that the shadow on the dial of Ahaz goes backward 10 degrees.
The Lord grants thy request, and gives unto thee a sign that thou hast asked for. And now, scribe, if you will have a lump of figs brought hither and placed upon his majesty's boil, he shall be healed.
Oh, careful, dear, with those figs. That boil is still touchy.
Yes, my lord.
Why, such a simple thing. Place a few figs on my boil, and it should be healed. Surely the Lord, by simple or great means, his wonders can perform.
Your Majesty, the most unusual thing just...
Thou knowest better than to enter the private chambers of your king without being summoned.
Oh, I humbly seek His Majesty's pardon. But, Your Majesty, the sun just went backwards 10 degrees. The dial in the courtyard...
Yes, I know, Eliakim. It is of the Lord, a sign that I shall be healed. The Lord God of Israel is a compassionate God. Behold, He has in love delivered me from the pit of corruption. He has cast my sins behind His back.
Long live King Merodach Baladan.
Your request for an audience stated that you have a very important discovery to report.
So I have, Your Majesty.
Proceed.
There are men in your realm who study heavenly bodies and the environment of air and earth in which we live, O King.
Yes, I know you are called wise men. But go on.
This very day, Your esteemed Majesty, we wise men noticed an unusual phenomena, an impossible one, yet it did happen. But we know not how it happened or why. The sun, Your Majesty, went backward. Backward, mind you, for 10 degrees.
The sun went in that direction?
For 10 degrees, Your Majesty. Suddenly the shadows on sundials and elsewhere went backward.
Do you have any idea why or how it happened?
None, Your Majesty, unless for some reason a god of the sun caused it to happen.
Could it have been our sun god?
This we doubt, Your Majesty.
You say you came to seek my advice. How can I possibly help in this matter?
O great and mighty King of Babylon, we wise men cannot rest until we have discovered how and why this impossible phenomena happened. We seek His esteemed Majesty's permission to send messengers to all parts of the world to inquire into the matter. Perhaps someone, somewhere, can give us an answer.
Permission granted. Let me know the instant you have an answer. You say that the God of King Hezekiah of Judah caused the sun to move backwards?
Yes, Your Majesty.
But he isn't even a god of the sun.
Hezekiah and his people claim their God to be the God of creation, with power to control everything. The sun, moon, stars, and the earth.
Are you a believer in this?
We wise men can find no reason to doubt it, Your Majesty.
Would that our sun god, any of our gods, had such power.
Perhaps that is possible, Your Majesty.
You think so? We could rule the world with such power at our disposal. You are sure whereof you speak?
Certainly, Your Majesty. It's at least worth a try.
Yes. All right, tell me what must be done, and so shall it be.
Send ambassadors to Hezekiah, Your Majesty. Wise and experienced ambassadors. Priests with knowledge of gods. Officers acquainted with the ways of royalty. Wise men who have studied heavenly bodies. Princes. Together they will acquire full knowledge of this powerful God of creation, and bring back a report from Israel as to how Babylon can make their God our God.
An excellent procedure. Couldn't be better. It shall be done at once. I'll send a letter of introduction and... Do you realize, wise man, that you have not yet made known unto me why this God of creation caused the sun to go backwards?
It came about in this manner. King Hezekiah was sick unto death, and his God gave a sign.
I am indeed honored that your great king sent such a distinguished delegation to congratulate my recovery in the manner in which the God of Israel brought it about. Eliakim, assign these men to the best guest rooms in the palace.
Immediately, Your Majesty.
If the great king of Judah will do us the honor, we should like to hear about your successful reign and the wonders of your God.
It will be my pleasure. In the morning, after you and your men have refreshed yourselves and rested from your long journey.
Long live Hezekiah, king of Judah.
Good morning, wise men, princes of Babylon. You're ready then, I assume, for a tour of Jerusalem.
Indeed we are, Your Majesty.
I shall personally conduct the tour, taking along my scribe, recorder, the captain of my household, to supply the details. This is my personal warehouse of precious jewels, silver, gold. Also, over there in that space are spices, costly ointments.
Thou hast great wealth, Hezekiah.
Oh, there's been none wealthier since Solomon. Fact is, I have prosperity beyond all. And this, gentlemen, is the special house for my personal armor. It's worth a king's ransom.
His Majesty attributes his great wealth and success to anything in particular? Perhaps his god?
Hard work, planning, attention to detail, ceaseless effort. All these things and more are necessary. I planned and built these walls that no army can penetrate. And, this too is my handiwork, a long tunnel from the spring Gihon. But these are but a small part of the hundreds, yet thousands of sheep pens I've built.
Long live his esteemed Majesty.
Back so soon from Jerusalem? Did you learn about their all-powerful God and how we, too, may become his subjects?
We learn not a thing, Your Majesty. Hezekiah was so busy bragging about himself and his works and showing off his wealth that he had no time nor desire to tell us about his God.
Perhaps it is just as well. From the first I have doubted that there is any God powerful enough to turn back the sun. Now I know of an assurance there isn't. We will continue to worship and trust in our own gods.
Meanwhile, back in Jerusalem, Isaiah the prophet appeared before Hezekiah.
O king, hear the words of the Lord. Because thou didst not show the ambassadors the might and wonders of the God of thy fathers, behold, the day cometh that all that is in thy house shall be carried into Babylon. Nothing shall be left, and thy sons shall Babylon carry away, and they shall be servants in the palace of the king of Babylon.
Not to glorify God did I do this, but to exalt myself. Pride and vanity took possession of me. Self-exaltation was my undoing. Good and just is the Lord's pronouncement against me.
Hezekiah died, and Manasseh his son reigned over Judah.
What are we to do? We can't go on living like this forever, hiding in caves and every den like wild beasts.
I know, dear, it's terrible, but God must have had some purpose in letting us suffer.
God? Maybe it isn't God at all. Maybe it's because we refuse to bow down and worship the idols and gods that King Manasseh has set up.
And if we were to worship the gods King Manasseh has placed in the temple and do all the wicked and evil things he's commanded his subjects to do, we could go back to our homes and live off the fat of the land. But we would be disobeying the precepts of the one and only true God. He brought our fathers out of Egypt, established us here in Canaan.
He has forsaken us even though we've been loyal to him and been faithful through all the persecution and cruel mockings of King Manasseh and his court.
We're going to continue to be true and loyal to the God of Abraham and Isaac, even if necessary unto death. Also, we're going to meet...
I heard something.
So did we. No use trying to escape. You are surrounded. See? All around you are soldiers of King Manasseh, whom you speak so lightly of and disobey. Do you know what that means? Death, that's what it means. Unless you change your mind here and now and promise to obey King Manasseh and worship the national gods he has set up,
we will remain true to our God.
The king has ordered us to use our own judgment when we find any of these fugitives.
The Lord God of Israel will bring judgment to Manasseh through the prophet Isaiah.
Isaiah? He was one of the first to feel the force of His Majesty's determination to rid Judah of the God of his father Hezekiah. It was a beautiful execution. I was there and saw it. Well, how are we going to execute these three? Let's see now.
And Manasseh, Hezekiah's son, did much evil and profaned the name of the Lord God of Israel.
Build again the altars and high places and images to the sun, moon, and stars that my father tore down. Place them throughout Judah, even in the temple, and order the people to bow down and worship them.
So Manasseh made Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to err and to do worse than the heathen.
O Ashtoreth, goddess of all the earth, hear my plea and accept this burnt offering. May it please thee and cause thee to bring prosperity and happiness to me and my people. All right, high priest of the goddess Ashtoreth, cast my sacrifice upon the altar of fire.
Isaiah, the prophet of God, who for more than 50 years had helped and guided the people into the paths of righteousness, was dead, executed by the evil Manasseh. But God does not forget his people. He raised up other prophets.
Manasseh was brought up in a good home, under good influence. Why has he changed?
Greed and pride lead to a man's downfall.
But Manasseh is worse than any of the kings in all the history of Judah and Israel. He's even worse than the kings of heathen nations. Why?
Who can know but he himself and God?
Since Isaiah is dead, it becomes our duty to warn Manasseh of the dangers ahead if he continues in his evil ways.
And lose our lives?
And lose our lives, if it be God's will and it serves his purpose. It is a dangerous mission upon which you have agreed to go.
Nonetheless, I shall go, for above all, I wish to serve the Lord God my Maker, and thee, thou prophets of God.
Go to the king, then, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God of heaven, Because thou, O king, hast done such abomination, and hast done wickedly above all before thee, and hast made Judah also to sin with thy idols. Therefore thus saith the Lord God of Israel,
Behold, I am bringing such evil upon Jerusalem and Judah, that whosoever heareth of it, both his ears shall tingle. Because thou, O king, hast done that which is evil in my sight, I shall deliver Jerusalem into the hands of the enemies, and the people shall become a prey and a spoil to the nations round about.
Who sent you to me with this message of doom?
A prophet of God.
His name? You refuse to name this so-called prophet? Captain, take this man from my presence and have him stoned to death.
Faithfully the prophets continued their warnings and their exhortations. Fearlessly they spoke directly to King Manasseh and to his people, but the messages were scorned. Backsliding Judah would not heed.
Your Majesty, the Assyrian soldiers have entered Jerusalem. They make their way hither to take thee captive. Flee, I pray thee, before it's too late.
Flee? Where to? And how?
Out the back way, Your Majesty. Hide among the thorns and thistles in the valley of Kidron. But hurry, hurry!
Assyrian soldiers?
So there you are.
I found him, Captain, over here.
So it is, King Manasseh himself, king of Judah.
I have an arrow, Captain. I think it would fit exactly the heart of this evil man who calls himself king of Judah.
No, he's too great a prize. He should go back with us to our king alive. Bind him in chains and make him walk all the way to Babylon.
The king of Judah taken captive alive?
Yes, Your Majesty. He awaits in the outer chamber, in chains.
Cast him in prison. We'll see if the strange gods he brought to Judah are able to save him.
O God of my fathers, there is no good within me. Yet for the sake of thy people, save me from this dungeon and take me again to Jerusalem. And I shall break down the images and idols I have made, and cause the people to again worship thee, the one and only true God. I humble myself before thee, O Lord, and acknowledge my sins and my wickedness.
God heard the supplication of this wicked king and forgave him and brought him again to the throne of Jerusalem. And King Manasseh kept his word, for he brake to pieces the idols and images and high places he had built. Then Manasseh knew that the Lord, he is God.